All right, it's Randy back with Gary Raze of Remax Integrity, and what we want to find out is what's happening in 2025, both for a buyer, a seller, and even possibly an investor in Lane County in general, and maybe specifically in Eugene and Springfield. So, Gary, could you talk to us about what's happening in 2025 in your opinion?
Well, it's not just my opinion.
Mhm.
There are some real professionals out there, and we follow them because we need to expound the same information
Mhm.
to them that we think is going to be accurate.
Right.
The prediction at this point is that the market is going to pick up significantly.
Mm.
Now, to say that, the reason for that is people now are realizing interest rates, if they change, it's going to be very small changes.
Mhm.
We know that house prices generally, except for the 2 times in my entire life, have they ever gone down.
Mhm.
So the people that are waiting for the prices to go down need to stop that.
Right.
It's not going to happen. And so what happens to a buyer, let's say in January, their goal is to purchase a home for their family. But they stay, you know what, let's wait and see what happens with the interest rates, and let's see what happens to the house prices. Well, by waiting, now the house prices are probably higher. Here's what happens. It's kind of a teeter-totter scenario. Let's pretend that the interest rates go down significantly. They're not going to, but let's say that it does. What will that happen? Or what cause will happen because of that? Well, all of a sudden, we can get in the market. So now we've got more buyers out there because the interest rates are low. The more buyers you have, the more pressure for the house prices to go up. So that's a bad thing. If the interest rates go up, there'll be less houses on the market. And so that's the reverse thing, but we're not going to see, and if there's less house prices or less houses on the market, there's a lot more people that need that house. And so those are not going to go down much in price. So we think that the outlook for the next 12 months is going to be a slow but steady increase in price. Interest rates will stagnate in around the high sixes, and people are going to become accustomed to that. That's going to be the new normal.
Right.
And so people can go on with their dreams. If your dream is to provide a house for your family, is it better to do it January, February when there's not a lot of competition from other buyers? Or is it better to wait until May when everybody's out looking for homes? That's a thought. But regardless, you need to satisfy that urge to start looking now as opposed to waiting till May, June, and July when you're now going to be paying a lot more for the house.
I agree.
So predictions are housing prices are going to slowly increase, interest rates are going to stagnate, and opportunities for new construction will still be there, but just not at a huge rate, because the builders are afraid to go big time in case of a big change. And then they, like we had in 2007, and all of a sudden they got caught with their shorts down. So we're going to have some increase in building, but not a lot.
Right. Okay, that sounds great. Well, I want to thank Gary so much for sharing with us here today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Gary. Again, he's with Remax Integrity. So it's Gary Raze, that's R-A-Z-E, and you'll be able to find him online very easily. So, Gary, I want to thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Glad to help.
Right on.
All right, take care.